thing ever. So many friends. Wow. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Sitting in my room by myself all day for my job, and so this is so refreshing to see human faces. Hello. How are we doing today?
Doing great. This feels like an episode of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Or just the intro, because all I see is our boxes.
Yeah, right. Well, welcome to, wow, we have so many people on. There are 41 people. What's up, everyone?
Good.
Well, would y'all like to start us off and introduce yourselves?
Yeah,
Sure.
take it away.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Jasmine Gray. Use she, her, and hers pronouns. I'm going into my 5th year at Cal Poly as a journalism major, and within orientation, I work as a training and development chair. So I'm kind of in charge of training all of our orientation leaders to be the best they possibly can be.
Incredible.
Hi, my name is Isabel Barmy. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm now a 4th year history major with minors in political science and Spanish. And on the orientation leadership team, I am our administrative chair. So I'm just kind of getting some logistics things ready on the back end and just making sure everything is set up and ready for all of our new students and their supporters this summer and for the fall.
Yeah, and my name is Emily Takeda. I use she, her pronouns. I'm also a 4th year history major, and I have a minor in event planning. And for the orientation leadership team, I'm the activities chair, so overseeing all of the events that happen during SLO days and Week of Welcome.
Wow, you guys so involved, so incredible. Also, looks like y'all have some fans here in the chat. This is quite cute. Oh my God, Camille, hello.
Oh, you know Camille?
Yeah. Wait, actually, I've known her since I was like a freshman. So,
Love you, Camille.
This is really cute. Well, welcome to Mustang Mondays. It's hype today, so this is really exciting. So would you guys like to tell us a little bit about what Cal Poly orientation is?
Yeah, definitely. I can start off and then y'all can join in. So Cal Poly orientation is a 2-part mandatory orientation program. We do have a 3rd part of our programming too, but that part is not mandatory. So that first part, which isn't mandatory, but is awesome, is our open house event. And that happens in April. Some of y'all might have been able to attend our virtual open house. It's an incredible event. We get a lot of love from our campus partners, our clubs and organizations and community in San Luis Obispo, and just show you all a little bit about what Cal Poly is. So maybe you attended open house, but if you didn't, that's totally fine. Part 1 of our 2-part mandatory series is SLO days, and that's our summer orientation sessions. Those are 2 1.5-day sessions that our new students and supporters are welcome to attend. They're mandatory for new students, not mandatory for supporters, but highly encouraged. And this year, we're hosting those virtually and in person. So our first 3 sessions are being held virtually, and the remainder of our sessions are being held in person. We're super excited to welcome everyone back to campus, and that'll be really fun. But SLO days is basically those 2-day sessions. Our students who will be coming in person will be spending the night on the first day in our Yawkey Tutu residence halls. SLO days groups have 1 leader and are about 15 students. And we go through a lot of programming that kind of gets you oriented to Cal Poly, gets some exposure to some resources, really just gets you set up for success. And then our second part of our mandatory orientation series happens right after move-in, and that's our Week of Welcome, which is better known as WOW. You might see some people doing this. That means wow. WOW is typically a week long. That's why it's called the Week of Welcome. And that happens in the week between you move in and right up until school starts, maybe a couple days after. And that is basically WOW groups have 2 WOW leaders and are about the same size, maybe slightly smaller than SLO days groups. There's a lot of programming, a lot of presentations, but even more than that, it's about finding some new friends, finding some community at Cal Poly, and just really feeling welcomed onto our campus and in the SLO community. So that's just a little bit of an overview. If y'all want to get into a little bit about SLO days, kind of the differences for our virtual and our in-person SLO days, y'all can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I mean, you covered so much. I feel like this is so weird. It's like we're on a talk show. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you, Izzy.
So with virtual slow days and in-person slow days, I think there's a thought among people that they might not get to connect as much with other students if they do virtual slow days, but they're still going to have a group leader. They're still going to be grouped with other incoming students and still given the opportunity to connect and bond with other students. And supporters will also get that opportunity if they do virtual slow days. So that aspect is something that we maintain and that we really value across all of our programming. And then with the in-person slow days, we just get to have our students learn about the campus a little bit more since they get to be there and then they get to stay on campus overnight. Again, having all the same kinds of activities to get to know each other and start getting acquainted to what it's like to be on a college campus.
Yeah, and I feel like our virtual slow days and our in-person slow days have all of the same events basically, especially like the fun ones. We've converted them to be both in-person and virtual, so no matter what new students do, they'll have some fun and find a community on campus.
I remember slow days. It's fun seeing people from my slow days group on campus. And you're like, hey, and you know, it's the same with WOW. And I mean, the people that I live with today are like from my WOW group. So kind of, yeah, right. Is that not so wholesome? All of my friends are from my residence hall. It's very cute. It's very cute.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
That makes us very happy.
No, my direct roommate, her best friends, all from her WOW group. All of them.
Aww.
So where dreams are made of. Very cute. But actually, really nice seriously, also, I'm looking at the comments, and this is very cute. You guys have a lot of fans. So I do have some questions that might help some of our viewers out there. How do you register for slow days?
Yes, totally. So registration for slow days, y'all should have gotten some emails to your Cal Poly account that tell you how to register for slow days. It's also available on your portal. Something very important to remember, would you mind scrolling up just a little bit? Perfect, thank you. For slow days, either virtual or in person, be sure you need to sign up prior to the Thursday, July 1st deadline to avoid a fee increase. So that's just something, if y'all are attending Cal Poly in the fall and you have not yet signed up for orientation, make sure you do that because we want to make sure you avoid that fee. But yes, you'll be able to register through that. If you can't find any place to register, if you can't find it through your portal, can't find that email, or having trouble accessing it, we would encourage everyone to email orientation@calpoly.edu. And our customer service staff is amazing. They do their best to respond within 24 hours, and they can help you out with getting registered. But if you're not registered yet, please do it in the next couple of days. We don't want y'all to have to pay that fee increase.
Do you know Amber Sylvester by chance?
I do.
Yes.
She did customer service, I think. Yes.
She did a lot of different stuff.
She's been around.
Yeah, she's orientation queen.
She is.
So what, I know you talked about how there's some activities and some like good conversations happening during slow days, but what does a slow days weekend look like?
Yeah, so in-person slow days, for example, so the first day will consist of students and their supporters arriving, which a really important side note to students, if you have not already signed up your supporter for in-person slow days and they want to come, make sure to sign them up. I would hate for them to miss out on a really awesome 2 days of slow days. But so the sessions, so they come in and they get to go do presentations by our campus partners, and our campus partners are so excited to get to meet the students and are really looking forward to getting to interact with them. And so there's that aspect of learning about what resources are available to them on campus, like the health center, the Mustang Success Center, and so on. And then there's also the level of activities like what we talked about. So the biggest event of slow days being slow nights, and it's kind of just a jumble of different activities for students to